Do you know the way to San Jose? How many times have you heard that this week? Yeah. That's a little bit of De La Soul, or if you really want to go back to Parliament Funkadelic. Parker Jackson Cartwright returned to the Arizona Wildcats lineup up by the Bay last weekend, doing as they sing in that State Farm basketball commercial, dropping dimes, dropping dimes. Polka dots in the rain. I don't know if that's a real song. And although Miller did not give a timetable on Jackson Cartwright's return, a high ankle sprain is generally a 4 to 6 week injury, which means at best we may see PJC back for the Pac-12 opener, which just happens to be a month from tonight, December the 30th, at California. Sunnyside 8-0 in the first. Mikey finished with 30, and folks, hey, there's a basketball game going on. Easy.
It means everything to me. I told my wife I was gonna do it, and these kids are special to me. I came here in this program 3 years ago. I have what I call my originals. I have 3 left, and I want to finish it out with them.
That was Santa Rita girls basketball coach Mike Arraves when I interviewed him back on December the 14th. He was back on the floor with his girls, his originals, coaching the game he loved just 2 months after his life was almost taken from him due to complications from an ongoing battle with pulmonary hypertension. Unfortunately, those complications escalated just days after we spoke, and on December the 23rd, Michael Arraves passed away. The 32-year head coach left behind a legacy that was so much more than what the scoreboard read at the end of his games.
You know, my dad touched a lot of lives, and that was his ultimate goal. I mean, it wasn't always about wins and losses for him. You know, and that's what he always told me. He always preached, you know, we're in it to impact young people's lives, and I know my dad did that.
You hear the word family often associated around sports teams because of the togetherness that sports brings. And indeed, family was at the forefront of Mike Arraves' program.
I love taking a bunch of young ladies and trying to make them work as a team and work as a family. We always believe in that.
Keep your family close. How he always told us, just our family. Family is family in God.
And no one was closer than Mike's own family, in particular his son Justin, the current head football coach at Tucson High School.
I was attached to my dad's hip growing up. I was at almost every single one of his practices, traveled with him to all his tournaments. You know, he was my best friend. He was the guy I went to all of my ups, all my downs, you know, before every game.
And when Mike saw that Justin wanted to be a coach, he had just one strong piece of advice.
I just told him at the start, the only thing I recommended is hey, let these kids know you care about them, let them know you love them, and show them that respect, and they'll bust their butt out for you.
Because in some instances, letting a kid know you care is paramount. In some instances, a coach is more than just a coach. He or she is a mentor, a protector, a provider.
He took joy in helping out those who needed help. You know, he was one to, you know, bring sweatshirts or food, and, you know, and go the extra mile. He didn't need the allure of going and winning multiple state championships.
But don't be mistaken, there were wins, big wins, like in the year 2000 when Choya beat Saguaro to win the region championship.
I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. Once the clock winded down, he just jumped so high, and we all rushed the court like if it was a March Madness championship game.
A championship spurred on by the words Arraves would constantly pound into the ears of his girls.
Let's go out there and show them who we are. Choya High School, Choya girls, let's be proud.
Let the scoreboard do the talking. That was one of the lines I always remember.
It made us believe that he had everything he had, and he put it into us.
Because at the end of the day, what Arraves wanted most was for his ladies to win at the ultimate game, life.
He wanted to be there, and he wanted to make sure that the girls that he coached were in a better spot when they left his program. And if he could do that, he was victorious.
1, 2, 3, family!
Mike Arraves leaves behind his wife of 36 years, Randy, and his Santa Rita girls basketball team. They showed Catalina High School who they were last week, beating the Trojans by 1 point for their first victory of the season. Hey, thanks, Damien. When U of A 2006 product Mark Melancon signed his contract with the Giants back in December, he was the highest paid closer in the history of the game. Better than Trevor Hoffman, better than Mariano Rivera. So you can imagine not coming up with the save on opening day was not exactly what he had in mind.
Yeah, not ideal. Definitely not ideal, but fortunately we got a lot of baseball left and a lot of time to make up for that.
I know you said in the past that, you kind of took the cutter from your time with Mariano. How have you refined it since then, since those early years when he first started teaching it to you to where you are now with it?
Just learning how to use it, when to use it, and fine-tuning location, and it's been a work in progress.
Mark Melancon will make $15.5 million to close out games for the Giants this season, but since he signed that contract in December, 2 other closers have passed him. The Yankees signed Aroldis Chapman for $21 million per, and Anibal Sanchez inked a deal with the Tigers that will pay him close to $17 million. It's the rubber game of a 3-game series here tonight at Chase Field. I'm David Kelly. Damien, I send it back to you.
Allen into the motion, the wind and the pitch. Swung on, ripped to left. Chisenhall coming on, slides, he made the catch! Ball game! The Cleveland Indians have set a new American League record, winning their 21st consecutive ball game.
That was Tucson's Ian Kinsler making that final out for Detroit. The CDO grad went hitless in 5 at-bats on a historic day in my hometown. I'm David Kelly. A great Wednesday night to you. 21 wins in a row for the Cleveland Indians. Let's hear from their manager. He is Arizona Wildcats 1980 national champion, Terry Tito Francona.
I mean, I think they're enjoying themselves. They should. I mean, they're playing the game to win the right way. That part's really meaningful. They should enjoy what they're doing. It's pretty special.
And here's just how special it is. Although there is some controversy, the Indians today matched the 1935 Chicago Cubs with 21 straight wins. The Major League record is currently listed as 26 in a row by the 1916 New York Giants. However, the 16 Giants won 12 straight, then had a tie game before winning 14 more. Should that count as the record? What does Tito think?
I wasn't there. I have given that zero thought. I promise you I've given it no thought.
We want to know what you think. Head on over to my Twitter page right now, @DavidKellyTNN, and vote. Should the Giants' 26-game streak with a tie be the record? Right now, 73% of you are saying no. With no David Johnson for the foreseeable future due to that fractured wrist, the Cardinals looking to add depth to the running back spot. And they have so by bringing in this guy. We've been watching him since his days at Scottsdale Saguaro High School. Then he went on to ASU. The Sun Devils, remember, erected that billboard at Speedway in Swan, Tucson, that picture of him. DJ Foster is back, signed off the New England Patriots practice squad. So the Cardinals now with DJ David Johnson, DJ Humphries, and DJ Foster.
We got too many DJs now. He looked very, very good. We loved him coming out of college because he can play slot receiver, he can play running back, and he brings that added addition as a pass receiver.
And definitely growing up, this is the team that I watch, being a local guy, this is, who I tuned in to watch every week. So, it's definitely a blessing to be a part of, this organization. I just want to come out here and work hard and help.
And his first chance to help this Sunday in Indianapolis against the Colts, a game you can see right here on Fox 11 beginning at 10 a.m. And if you thought there was a quarterback controversy with your Arizona Wildcats, well, at this point there is not. Rich Rodriguez emphatic today that guy, number 13, Brandon Dawkins, is his starter on Friday at UTEP, working on the footwork there. And that is sports for now. Stay right here. We are coming right back.